Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In Islam, anything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala finds beneficial for us, there are degrees. If something is extremely beneficial, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it mandatory. If something is kind of beneficial, then it becomes sunnah. If something is a little bit beneficial, then it may become nafl. And that's where we look at the faraiz in Islam, the mandatory acts. Our salah is so beneficial that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that this act, you need that benefit in your life multiple times a day. But then comes Hajj, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looks at this set of rituals, these actions by Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, and says that these are so beautiful that every Muslim who can afford it should at least experience this once in their lifetime. Now, it's not about the experience, but it's about the benefit that you get from the experience. The patience that you build, the anger that you're able to control, the spirituality, the deep reflection, the prayer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that a person goes through during Hajj is so dear to Allah and so beneficial to us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is now saying that this is mandatory upon every Muslim. And the series of Hajj is of course based off of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam gets his title of the friend of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because his life, it reflects everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loved. And one of the biggest points of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam's life, it comes down to one word: sacrifice. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, his sacrifice, it starts from a very young age, and he now is standing up to his father and questioning his father about Tawheed. He stands up in front of his community, and then after that he sacrifices and he leaves his family behind in a barren land. And he sacrifices when he builds the Kaaba. And over, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, and throughout this series we've been talking about the sacrifice of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. But the whole point behind this is to understand what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from us is that we sacrifice. And the sacrifice is not an animal, but the sacrifice is a sacrifice of our time, of our comfort. That when you are kind of locked in to your daily life, when you're locked into your routine, when you're locked into yourself, you begin to lose sight of the people around you. And Islam is all about benefiting those that are around us. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to us, sacrifice so that you're beneficial to the people around you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Hajj. Hajj itself, it's all about sacrifice. I mean, the words where a Haji claims, Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik. The purpose of these words are, you are telling Allah, oh Allah, I've made sacrifices to come here. And that sacrifice is not just the amount that I paid online, but the fact that I'm far away from my children. I haven't been to work. I don't have my car. I don't have my bed. I don't have my food. I don't have my clothes. And these sacrifices I would never make for anybody except for you, Allah. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Labbaik la sharika lak labbaik. Oh Allah, there's nobody else that deserves this status except for you. And that's why I'm here for you. Inna alhamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk. Oh Allah, all praise is for you. And the kingdom is for you. And all the favors that you have showered upon me that I am now claiming to sacrifice, they've come from you. I'm away from my family, but you're the one that gave me my family. I'm away from my wealth, but you are the one who is the source of my wealth. I'm away from my comfort, but oh Allah, comfort is from you. Laka wal mulk. And kingdom is for you. La sharika lak. And when the Haji says this over and over, he's telling Allah, oh Allah, I've sacrificed so much for you, and I've cut everything that was between you and I and put it to a side, and I'm just here, and there's no barriers between me and you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as for those of us that are at home, that haven't had this invitation to come to Hajj yet, it's important that we continue to bring that sacrifice in our life. The sacrifice that you're going to have to make when it comes time to praise Allah. The sacrifice that you're going to have to make when it comes time to make difficult decisions at home, at work, treating your children right, loving your spouse, being good to your neighbor, being just and honest at work. All these sacrifices, this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from us. And throughout the season of Hajj, this is what we learn. And this is from the story of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam in these beautiful days of Dhul Hijjah.